want to do something real simple. I want to go over a macro that Rockpile Solutions offers for purchase. So Rockpile Solutions comes up with a lot of these add-ons to Business Center. Just going to pull up their website quick. So on their website you can download, there's a lot of free TMLs. If you click on this, you can download that. It installs with Business Center. They've got really good stuff. I suggest using even the free ones if you're not. But yeah, they do good stuff. They have ones that you can purchase. The one that I'm going to go over is probably in the data prep. Crop crossing line, so $300 a year just to access this one plus some other data prep macros. So yeah, they've got a lot, and I'm actually just still learning some of them. Follow Alan Sharp on LinkedIn. He posts a lot of these. Here's Alan. If you find him on LinkedIn, if you go down to his posts, they're doing a deal on all tools. So they do training. He'll have videos that go over some of the different macros that they offer. Again, download it here. Installs the Business Center. They've got a community. You can ask questions. So I'm going to go over a pretty simple one. Like I was saying, it is a paid one. I'm going to use it on an old job, one that I wish I knew about prior. So I'm just going to quickly reference a couple of these images and just go through some stuff real quick. So I'm going to first make these dim, so I always work with dimmed background images. I'm going to clip this. Of course, none of these are clipped easily, but here's another quick trick. Somewhere there's a setting that stops zooming when you import stuff, but I forget how to stop that. One thing I like to do is a really easy trick. If I zoom extend, switch double-clicking middle mouse button, there's some stuff way down here. I don't even know. I can't even hardly even find. Somewhere in here, there's some stuff that zooms all the way out. Really quick thing you can do. Go in here, select all, Control A, selects everything in the view, and then holding Control and drag it over just the job. Right click, delete, and now I just deleted everything else. Zoom extents comes just to here. So I just wanted to make sure I referenced this correctly. That's good enough for what I'm doing. I'm just going to reference one more. Alright, so that quickly I've got two images. I'm actually going to just add a quick boundary to one of those. I don't think I've shown how to do that. So I'm going to add a boundary to this image. So go over to Image and PDF. Click on the bottom. This is Create a Boundary. I'm just going to leave it at layer 0 because I don't really care. You got to name it. I'm just going to call it Boundary 1. So just go through, click points. So I'm going to click from here to here. I'm just going to go around the PDF, which I've already really made a boundary with the georeference command. So I've got my boundary. I'm going to hit escape a couple times, clear out of everything. Then I'm going to go to boundaries. I'm going to click on image 2. Check that. I'm going to do clipping boundary. I'm going to click that, hit add. I just chopped it right there. So there's another quick tip. All right, so I'm going to start by I'm going to elevate some of this line work real quick. Alright, so I got, all my contours have they've got elevations tied to them, so I'm just gonna add some vertical elevations at each of the so most of the contours. 570, 19, 570, 19. Oh, so this is one. Okay, so when I hit this when I'm modeling a job, I never use this elevation because that contour line is coming directly through the top of curve, so I know that's not really the intent of the design. This crop crossing line command is actually going to it's going to clean this up. This is why this is a good job for this. But I do not want to add this as a spot elevation to the edge of pavement line for this parking lot because the intent of this line back here is for the dirt. There's no way this line can go straight across curb onto an edge of pavement. It's just not possible. So that's not right. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to come up to this next contour line here. I'm going to grab this spot. I'm just going to worry about the bottom of the curve. Come to the corner, 568. Yeah, this is kind of funny. We've actually got two elevations on there. I'm going to do 56 because it just needs to be higher than this over here. There's no curve here, so I'm going to use these contour lines, and this is how fast you can elevate line work in the Business Center. So I'm just clicking the intersection of the contour line, then when it asks me for an elevation, I click on the elevation of the line. Bottom curve, 565.39. These aren't on my layer, so the colors are screwing me up a little bit. 567.23. Alright, so I'm going to get some of the striping off. Let's see here. Alright, so that's probably enough. So I'm going to select by layer. So I'm going to select major contour lines, minor contour lines, or major and minor contour lines. I'm going to select edge of pavement. And select the back curve. Control S. I'm going to add them to finish grade. Actually, I'm going to get rid of all. Actually, I'm going to get rid of all the curve. I'm going to go over to my finish grade. I'm going to change this to auto rebuild method. That'll rebuild every time I make a change. Oh, I undid something here. Just going to select these again. So major, minor, then edge of pavement. And Control S is my shortcut, and add it to finish grade. And we have a surface. Oh boy. So here's a quick trick when you're getting started with a job. So it grabbed a bunch of stuff. This isn't how I build a model. I'm just trying to show an example here, but I can show you how you quickly get rid of this stuff. Here's where the job is. So I'm going to highlight everything up there. Now I've got, if you go to advanced settings, if you go down to surfaces, I have my finish grade and original ground not selectable. So when I highlight and select this stuff, it does not select the surface. So it just selected 7 items. And I'm going to come way down. I'm going to hold in shift, come way down here. I'm going to select all this line work. I'm in 3D, so I'm selecting everything that's not elevated. And then for me, it's Control D, or it's data prep, change elevation. And I'm just going to say undefined. And in a few seconds, it just took away everything that was way up and way down. So I've got this really crappy contour line surface. So, alright, now I got something to work with. So, and this is going to be quick. This is a quick command. So I'm going to take this edge of pavement line, which I've put quite a few elevations to. And I am going to right click, I'm going to offset it. Use that same curve layer. Offset it 0.5 and 0.5. So it's going to go 0.5 over, 0.5 up. If I click on this side to offset and come click over to the outside, it'll get the right direction. So I'm going to hit apply. I just undid that. I'm going to delete this line. I forgot this job was 9 inches. So I got my curve, offset 0.75, vertical is 0.5. Alright, so now I got 2 lines. So I'm going to add this line to the surface. So this is my back of curve, and this is how I suggest anyone builds a model, is always build the EP out, get it perfect, get all the water to drain, which I've not done here because I'm just trying to show an example, but do all that and get that all exactly the way you want it, and then offset for your curb. So there's my curb, there's my edge of pavement, it's green, my contour lines, my parking lot. I mean, I'm starting to get a surface here, but there's a problem. Look at these lines. Those contour lines came up and over. I mean, look at this contour line. It doesn't even match the spot elevation curve off vertical offsets that that are created when you offset that edge of pavement. So that contour line really isn't even correct based on their edge of pavement information. So you can see, look at all of these. And the curve did end here, so I'll make that right. So I'm gonna break this here. Curve starts back up right here. So let me just delete that. So it's using a break command. I'll right click in the right click options once you select a line. Right click, break.
Where am I?
So the curb did end here, so that's okay. But then the curb picks back up, and look at, we've got these contour lines. I mean, that one comes, and that's how far that contour line comes, right into the parking lot, and that one's really supposed to be back up here. So I'm going to use this one simple command. It's going to clean this whole thing up. So it's really simple. This is a paid Rockpile Solutions command. I'm going to put a link to Rockpile Solutions. Alright, so let's get to what I really want to show tonight. So we come over here, crop crossing lines. So what I want to use is I want to do a single line with offsets. So I'm going to select my line, I'm going to select the edge of pavement line. Now this TML gives you the direction of the line so you know where it is without having to check it. So I know that this is the line direction here. So my offset 1, what I want to do is I'm going to crop any of these on the edge of pavement side because I am using the contour lines to elevate the edge of pavement. I don't really care to go as far, so I'm just going to go 6 inches to the right. That's going to set me a boundary 6 inches to the right of here. But now on the left side, on the back curb, I've got 75/100ths to make up 9 inches to make up just to get to the back of curb, which is, these flags are both created right here. Well, I'm going to go an extra foot on top of that because everything behind curb is just green space. And if I've got sidewalk, then I'm going to elevate that differently anyway. I may even make the crossing line a little bit different for that too. I may crop it using the edge of pavement, the back of the sidewalk line, because I'm going to make my sidewalk built off of my edge of pavement, then my curb, then my sidewalk. No matter what these contour lines show, I'm going to make sure that the sidewalk meets ADA compliance. So I'm going to do 0.5 to the right, and I'm going to do, so to the left I'm going to do negative, I'm going to do negative 1.75. So it's going to go 1 foot behind the back of curb. Now this particular TML, it actually highlights the area that's going to crop. So it's going to crop this contour line through here. It's going to crop this contour line just a little bit right there. When it gets to these ones, it's actually going to crop from back there to there. That's probably not as necessary because it went to just a normal edge of pavement. But for here, it's going to get rid of all of that around my edge of pavement and curb. And you can see there's 2 flags there. There's a flag there. Flag there. This should take care of every one of these flags right there. 2 flags right there. This should take care of all that. So I've got my offset right 0.5, my offset left 1.75. I'm going to just do the entire portion. So I had this checked, it shades the clipping area. Now lines to cross, this is what we want to. So I'm going to click into here. I'm just going to click options. I'm going to hit select by layer. So the only lines I want to crop are the contour lines. So I can select topo major, topo minor, using the select layer command or option here, select by layer. And if I hit apply, it's going to crop all of these contour lines within the shaded area offset of that edge of pavement. So I'm actually going to undo that. Let's go to 3D. So look at it, it's the surface is grabbing this line here and it's pulling up towards it and making a completely false, messed up surface. So I'm just going to hit redo. And this actually was so far out that it was not the whole thing was cropped. And that back of curb contour line should never go out that far. So I will have to delete that on my own. But all these flags are gone. I mean, this was the start. We had flags all over here. And just within a few clicks, every one of these flags is gone. You can see where it's gapped those lines. And that's probably not ideal, but in the end of the day, it's not a huge issue. I wouldn't normally do that, but I just wanted to demonstrate the command. So here, same thing. That contour line came so far over. This has another neat feature where it remembers your selection. So if I were to come over here and I wanted to click on a new edge of pavement line, so let me try to find one that shows another feature of this tool. Not that one. Okay, so right here. Nope, not that one either. Of course, when you want it to not work, now you're left. So there's this change size button. Sometimes when you click on a line, it'll have a different direction. And then it's clipping 1 foot to the right and 6 inches behind, which is wrong. So Rockpile Solutions put this quick little button in here. click change sides, and it just flips your offsets. And then this also remembers your selection. So often you're clipping the same selection, the same layers you're going to clip, which is usually your contour lines, with different edge of pavement lines. So this will remember that selection if you check this. So I can hit apply, and it's going to crop. It just crops 22 more lines. I must have somehow deselected some of those. So I can go to this line over here. It's already done. I can go to this one here. Hit apply. It's going to crop that line, crop that line, crop that line, crop that line. This really is a neat feature. I'm glad that I started using it, and I'm going to start using more of the TMLs. Convert to line string is one of the free ones. That's a good one. I use it all the time. Point cloud by boundaries, another free one. Yeah, I'm going to start digging into a lot of these because they really speed up productivity. These guys have taken the time to find ways to speed up Business Center, and it really is awesome. So I'm going to be getting into a lot more of these. Hopefully, I'll do some more live streams where I do show a different function that I've learned. I'm using them little by little in my spare time. I've used the edit a spreadsheet where you can edit an alignment as a spreadsheet. I forget if that's paid or not. They're doing really good stuff with the explode surface, the offset surface, combined surfaces. But I will get more into these. I'll definitely give some more information on them. And one thing that I'm keep saying I'll do and I haven't done it. I'm going to upload the ribbon that I use, and I'll upload my standard template. I'm going to make a couple changes to my standard template before I upload it, but I'll upload my ribbon now. Yeah, I'll post this on LinkedIn. I'm gonna do that tonight. Get my files on there. Gotta find a good space to share them. So I'll do something right now. So I'll forget. My ribbon. Side manager. It's in there. And then here's my template. I'm also going to include my options file. There's an import. Where is it? You come here, manage options, import. It just has the options I use, some of the color schemes. Alright, so there's a link. Should take you the ability to download that. I'll post that on. We'll probably post that on LinkedIn too. I might post a copy of this. So that's all I had for tonight. Hopefully that was helpful. This is a great command from Rockpile Solution. I'd suggest downloading their TMLs, trying the free ones, and consider for sure purchasing one of their packages. They do great work for Trimble and the Trimble community. So that's all I have for today. I'll be back. Hopefully, back next week, and we'll do something different next week. But until then, thank you everyone, and hopefully see you next week.